Good morning, people. As usual, the fat C decided to give back the cat, and she thinks the problem is the cat, but actually the problem is her, as usual, not listening even her beezer. Remember, her beezer were telling her to not get the cat. People were telling her, the haters were telling her to not get a cat because she was. And now, of course, like everybody knew, she's gonna give back the cat because it was just supposedly a trial.
She can't even give back the cat because the person who gave it to her had to get rid of it.
Mm,
There was no option. That's what she said before. There was no option, so she can't even give back the cat to the person
mm,
that she took it from.
mm,
It's according to what she said, the apartment was too small for the cat. That's why it got this big, and the person couldn't. It was too old, or whatever the reason was, to keep the cat.
mm,
So she took it out of force, more than wanting the cat, according to what she said. But
mm.
even that, it,
The problem with this person is she's psychotic. She's a hedonist with psychotic problem, and I think it's the worst mix ever because she wants to satisfy every needs that she has. She has no inclination to help, to love, or to care for anything else but her fat fupa, her fat stomach, and her fat ass ugly face.
and a fat head.
And her fat head wrapped in a hijab that she tried to hide it. It's so fat right now that's coming out of every hole that it consumes it. Really, the problem with this person is she has people in her chat. I'm going to rewind Queen Beezer video.
Unicorn
You're gonna see she's gonna say it right there. Our Beezer are actually encouraged. Teardrop is I think she's as crazy as Foodie Beauty, telling her, "Oh, it's okay, Foodie. The haters gonna hate. It doesn't matter. Do what's best for the cat." And yeah, sure, to an extent reason, Pondu and Teardrops are right. The cat will be better off without her. The problem is not that. The problem is she's gonna get another cat another time. She's gonna do it over and over and over while she has people supporting her and her stupidity.
And the reason why Foodie Beauty does that is because she's a person that lives on feelings, and feelings change from one moment to another. You're never the same person all the time because the environment around you can change how you feel,
An influence, yeah.
and people around you can change how you feel, and people, not even people around you, even people online,
Mm.
could change how you feel.
That's why people like her shouldn't have a platform. Like I told you, people who are nervous, example, people who are nervous on the road are dangerous because they're hesitant. They're the worst driver. Not the guy that goes too fast, not the guy that's just the hesitant driver. We have a society where we give rights and space to people who are psychotic. And if you're scared to be on the road, is a form of mental disease. So why would you have a permit? So why YouTube is giving the permission to people with psychological problem? Because she actually does. If you look at her channel, she is a psychotic person. She so psychotic that she flew across the world to have sex and food, cheap food. That's how psychotic she is. And these people are allowing her to continue this on the, and I'm gonna let them
Well,
listen.
I agree that these people are allowing her because their business is is to make
Thriving,
footage.
and it's thriving
Yeah,
on people like
their
her
business is to make footage, and they need people like her
who needs
to. Yeah,
attention.
so that's why they keep letting her do it.
But so now I have a question because in that chat, sorry, I'm eating my breakfast at 7 in the morning. In that chat, she said that she doesn't even want to live. So how come YouTube didn't cut off this? Because when you talk about suicide, you can even write the word take
Yeah,
unalive.
on a live.
I'm sorry, yeah, unalive. And she said it. I don't even feel like living anymore. Listen to this, okay? You guys gonna have to hear this. Yeah, he's right. That's, I think it was before, but anyway, you
But
see.
wasn't she just bragging about being a fugitive and laughing about it, like the day before? So does that make any sense? She's from one day she feels one way, and the next day she feels another way, and she's exposing how she feels from moment to moment, and she makes her decisions based on these feelings.
And after that, blame people to listen to her when they should know that she's emotional and not take her seriously.
And people actually try to give her facts so that she makes her decision. With their facts before she makes her act. But unfortunately, she sees people's facts as attacks, and she retaliates out of spite, does it anyway, and then after that, when she changes her feelings, she realizes that people were right, and then now she has to face people's reality, which makes her rant.
Yeah, and go against them because they were right. So she has to create a commotion because hedonist and manipulator, what they do is when you fight with them, they're going to turn the fight against you.
Yep.
Even if they're the one who
They're
started,
gonna orchestrate it.
they're going to, even if they started, even if it's natural. Someone who's an abuser, what they're going to do is, even if they are deserving that fight because they didn't do what they were supposed to do or they're screaming, they're going to turn that fight against you. They're gonna say, "Well, you're not better. You're doing this, and that, and the other," because they don't want to take the blame. People don't want to take the blame. They always shift it to other people, and that's what exactly she does. When she has fight with her beezer, when she has fight with the haters or herself, she's always blaming other people because she can face responsibility, and that's what manipulator does, and that's what she does to people. Now she's stuck because she was warned to not do something, and everybody except a couple of crazy people like her who encourage her because they know if they don't encourage her they're not going to stay.
People like her.
Well, it's because they want to stay in their good grace.
Mm-hmm.
They want to stay in their good grace, so like this they're going to stay close because they want to have the juice. One day they're going to put it online and make clouds. Even if she thinks they're not going to do it, trust me, they're going to do it one day. They're going to turn against her because everybody does. The equation is everybody that works for her and as a monitor always turn against her and expose her.
Moderator,
Yeah, they always does. Even if they take longer, Teardrop one day will have all these information to make clouds and have like Beck a lot of shit to say.
Yeah.
She thinks they're friends, but they're not. But these people that keep encouraging her doing wrong are the people, like you said, that are her worst enemy.
Yeah.
Because she has at least 80% of people in her stupid chat that was telling her to not take that fat cat. On top of that, I think it's because it cost a lot of money. Now Canada is not like it used to be when she was here.
Yeah.
Having one cat is already expensive, but this cat is like two cats. He eats for two. So now she has to share her weed money and her edible with this cat. That's what she realized. That
And the
since she
responsibility of having to clean after it,
exactly
and being woken up at night.
and since she's not doing what the money we saw the money that she's not making, she thought she will make a lot of money, right? She thought coming back here will make people come back, but they don't. We saw that yesterday. Someone made a video. They told that she was making like $96 when she was there for 6 hours. So she's not making money. That cat cost a lot of money, and like you said, demonized the cat right off the bat that he was demanding. She had to put the poop in her bedroom and all this. Me personally, I hate animal abuser. I think this is animal abuse because this human is using animals for feelings, and animals are pets. Cat and dog are pets, and they have motion. They have the feeling of moving around, and it feel like they can actually let themselves die at the end. I see an animal not caring about life to not eat anymore and just let themselves die.
Yeah, they go and put themselves in the corner.
And
they don't
like
socialize.
Like our cat that when you had that cold and you can see he just give up. Some cat just give up, and that's what she's doing to that cat. She's taking him on an emotion trip, like you said. You said she's an emotional person, and it's only like you said. They just see the end. They don't. They just see now. They don't see the end of the story. Yeah. She's not doing any projection, and that's why it happened because she just thought of the moment. Foodie beauty, like every hedonist, is a moment.
And if she does project, it's a fantasy. She doesn't project facts. Yeah. She fantasizes and sees the fantasy realize before it's done and doesn't know how it's going to end up there. But hey, she wants it.
That poor cat. Me, this morning when I heard this, I'm like Pondu and everybody else. We're not surprised because that's her. We knew her. We knew she was coming back. I'm just fed up of this person being allowed to call anywhere and have pets and using pets and human because she's using her husband right now for pity. She's an abuser. Abuser use everybody around them. It's like life has to
Around
revolve
them.
around them. And right now, this person has YouTube that allow her to talk about unalive herself because she said that she doesn't want to live anymore. I'm gonna try to see if we can get
Always
the
the
part.
sympathy card. The sympathy
Oh,
card. The
she's
sympathy card.
disgusting. She's a
Man, sympathy is for the devil.
what you did.
And we've been saying that everybody that thinks that this is a job,
Yeah.
you know, this is not a job. So she should go get a job.
But that's what I was just saying.
Yeah.
The money issue. Now she's not making any money. That's why the cat was supposed to be an extra, but she can't afford an
Yeah.
extra right now.
But it-
She did. You know, that's the thing is she left for Kuwait for 3 years. She doesn't know the economical crash that Canada just had and how much the food that she buy at the Dolorama cost. Dolorama is $4. So she doesn't
Or
remember that
$5.
she left here. The economy was still stable, but we crashed.
Hey, Victor.
Let me try to find a. Wait. Yeah, I think. You see, she just said it again. She said, "I don't even want my life." So we have to ask YouTube, how come someone that's there kind of want to unalive themselves has a platform? Me after this
Man, they're
live,
so sensitive that we can't even say the word.
yeah,
But
exactly.
they let these people sit this person
Yeah, sit there.
and suggest it
Yeah,
so many times.
and say that she's depressed. She's depressed. So listen,
And she's addicted to food.
and addicted to edible. She's addicted to everything. Listen, after this live, me, I'm gonna report her because there was some suicidal tendency. So they're gonna remove that video. I'm going there. You guys should flag that video. She talked about unalive herself, that she doesn't want life, she's depressed, and that influence people who has depression and can make them commit unalive. So let's just work as a community to make her understand that she's not welcome anymore. If she has nothing to offer, she should go see a psychiatric. YouTube is not a psychic yard. It's not a place where psychologue are. There's nothing here for you, madam. You should go to a doctor.
And she should consider one thing. In this country now, they like to unalive people legally by sending
Well,
you.
mourir avec dignité. Well,
if
if
she
she
keeps
wants, she
talking
can.
like that,
No, but she can go and ask
Yeah.
for it. That's it.
that's what's gonna happen.
Well, they're not gonna kill her. She's not
I'm not
going
saying
to
they're
the-
gonna kill her, but
They're gonna
she's
offer
going.
her.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
going
she's
towards
yeah.
that.
They're gonna offer her.
Psychologically, they won't
Yeah,
want to
and-
give her any
yeah,
medical help.
this
They're gonna
is a-
send her towards that.
Yeah, that's it, and that's what's gonna happen, and that's what she's having as an answer. If she's going to an hospital like this, they're gonna say, "Well, madam, you're obese. You're about to die. You're gonna have dying with dignity."
You have depression. You can't
Yeah,
live
well,
with
that's
it.
what they're gonna do. They're gonna offer this, but who cares? She's go me. I don't care, to be honest. I'm not.
I wasn't saying it.
Yeah, no, I know. But to be honest, I don't care. I don't care what they're gonna offer her. I don't care if she unalive herself by the government. I just know that she shouldn't be on YouTube saying these things. YouTube is from USA, and USA doesn't have the same ballers when it comes to unalive yourself. So get off the internet, lady. Go see a psychiatric. Get the unalive program. Do something. But leave internet and stop making decision only on feelings. You hurting animals. You're an animal abuser. You are a disgusting human being. We already knew that. But hey, we thought maybe 3 years in Kuwait will remind you that, freedom of the land of the free, whatever. No, nothing stick with you. You miss sex and you miss your cheap food. That's what it is. Now you're lonely. You look at your walls and you look at that cat and you know you're a loser. You know people knew about you. You knew, we all knew what you will do. We all knew. So go see a psychiatric. YouTube is not a psyche yard. There's no psychologue here. So go get some help. And I'm telling you, I'm going to report your video. So you guys may put this in the archive, because we should actually flag this as someone is want to unalive themselves. So thank you for watching us. And please, madam, get off the internet. Seriously. No, really. Get off the internet, man. Go get a psychiatric, man.